I'll just do one or two parts from each. Find the order of magnitude of the following physical quantities. Okay. So there's the equatorial radius of Earth. So h 6.38 into 10 to the power 6 meters. That is close to 10. Okay, so that rounds up to 10 to the 7. And so the order of magnitude is so the order of magnitude of the radius of the Earth, equatorial radius of the Earth, is 7. Okay. This is in meters. The mass of the proton is 1.67 into 10 to the minus 27. The order of magnitude is minus 27. Okay. Okay. So the mass of the electron is 9.11 into 10 minus 31 kg. So what is the order of magnitude?
30.
30, minus 30. Okay. Okay, so the following masses are written using metric prefixes on the gram. Okay, that's a nanogram. Rewrite them in scientific notation in terms of the SI units of mass, the kilogram. Okay. Now, so here's one strange thing about it. It's a SI unit. It has a prefix to it. See, the meter doesn't have a prefix to it. The second doesn't have a prefix to it, but the kilogram has a prefix to it, so kilogram, okay? But anyway, we won't worry about that. Okay, so C, 42 nanogram. And we want to write it in terms of kilograms, okay? So this is 42. What does nano mean?
Minus 9.
10 to the minus 9. And there's a gram. So a gram is 10 to the minus 3 times kilogram. Okay, kilo is 10 to the 3. So this gram, 10 to the minus 3 times 10 to the plus 3, that's 1, that's a gram. Okay, all right. So 42 into 10 minus 12 kilogram. Okay. And we'll do 23 milligram. Okay. The prefix M is what?
Minus 3.
10 to the minus 3 milli. Okay, so 10 to the minus 3. And a gram is 10 to the minus 3 kilogram. Okay. So soccer fields vary in size. A large soccer field is 15 meters long and 85 meters wide. What is the area in square feet? Okay. So area is 115 meters times 85 meters. And we've got to convert meters to feet. Okay. Okay, so that's a factor of unity that we are multiplying, so it's not changing the value. But that conversion converts 1 meter there's another meter you have to convert. Yeah. So it's squared. Okay. Or if you want to do it like this, since there were 2 meters that you have to convert, okay. Okay, so there's the area. Okay, now I am providing you all information and it seems like it's fairly easy, but to succeed, what you want to do is practice these problems at least 2-3 times at home. Okay, little signs will trip you up. Yeah. So make sure you practice at least 2-3 times. The way it's set up, should be no stress on you, okay, but you have to practice. That's my suggestion.
Any limit on what calculator we can bring?
No. You can also bring a formula sheet on the exam. Yeah. So I don't want you to stress about anything. Yep.
For the exams, are they multiple choice or
Yeah, there are multiple choice. Yeah. But you have to show your work on the exam.
How big of a formula sheet? Like how extensive? Like, is it just the basic ones?
Yeah, the basic ones, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't want to be doing an exam where you're just transcribing stuff,
Oh, no.
then you're hurting yourself. You know. So here's an interesting problem. Tectonic plates. Do you guys know what those tectonic plates are? Yeah. Okay, so there are the tectonic plates. Okay. And if you look at the cross section, so here's a cross section of the Earth. Okay, so upper mantle, asthenosphere. So this portion, okay, there's the asthenosphere. This portion is rigid, and that's broken up into plates. Okay, so about 40 miles thick. The radius of the Earth is 4,000 miles. 40 miles is 1% of that. Okay, so the skin of the Earth is broken up into plates. Okay? And the way to think about this asthenosphere is, it's plastic. Okay, so imagine pieces of wood floating on honey. Okay? And there's heat rising up, which is making the plates constantly move. Yeah. And these things are moving about 2 inches a year, the plates on the average. And so you see there's the heat rising, which will make these plates are diverging, these two plates are converging, okay, and so on. Anyway, you can find a map that shows you. No. All right, so this problem is, you can find diagrams that'll show you which the relative motion of the plates and all that kind of stuff, okay? So tectonic plates are large segments of the Earth's crust that move slowly. Suppose one such plate has an average speed of 4 centimeters per year. 5 centimeters is roughly 2 inches. What distance does it move in 1 second at this speed? What is the speed in kilometers per million years? We'll figure part B out, and you'll see why. Okay, actually I'll do both parts. Okay, so we want to do what distance does it move at this speed in 1 second. So distance is velocity times time. Yep. Centimeter is 10 to the minus 2 meters. And 1 year is 365 days, 24 hours. And each hour is 3,600 seconds. Okay, so that's how many meters the plate will move. In 1 second. Okay, so so here's a good technique to get used to. Take care of powers of 10 in your head. That's 10 to the power of 3, 3.6 times 10 to the power of 3, 2.4 times 10 to the 1. So 3 plus 1, 4, plus 2, 8. And when you bring that to the top, that becomes 10 to the minus 10. So distance is 4 divided by 3.65 into 2.4 into 3.6 into 10 to the minus 10 meters. Oh, I did. That's 3, 4, 6, that's 8. And so that's 12.7 into 10 to the minus 10 meters. Okay, why did I write this? Do you guys know what this is? We talked about it earlier.
Correct scientific notation?
This is roughly the size of an atom. Okay. So a plate every second moves roughly 13 atoms. Okay. So here's one thing I want you guys to learn. I mean, not just getting answers, you're beyond that point. Okay. You got to give meaning to answers. And this will take time, but that's what you want to try and learn. Okay. The correct scientific notation would be 1.27 times 10 to the minus 9 meters. Okay. Okay, so let's do part B. What we want to do is 4 centimeters per year, and you want to convert that to kilometers in a million years. Yeah. 4 centimeters is 10 to the minus 2 meters, and a meter, okay, so I'll do it in 2 steps. 1 year, okay, so 10 to the minus 6 times a million year. This cancels that. A million is 10 to the 6. That cancels that, so that you have a year there. And this is 4 times 10 to the minus 2. A meter, you want to convert that to kilometer. So 10 to the minus 3 times a kilometer. That kills that, that kills that, okay? So you have 10 to the minus 5, this is 10 minus 6, you get 1 on top, so that's 40 kilometers in a million years. That's the velocity of a plate, okay? So a plate will move from here to Palm Coast in a million years. Okay. You know how the way this theory came about, plate tectonics theory, Mr. Wegener proposed this. He found fossils on the eastern coast of South Africa that was similar to the western coast of Africa. And so he figured these guys must have been together at one time. Okay. Of course, nobody could figure out how to move continents, and so they didn't accept his theory. But it turned out he was right. And now you can see, you can calculate the distance between these guys. So 40 kilometers in a million years, okay. This is roughly 8,000 kilometers or something like that, the distance, you can look it up, okay. And 40 times 100, so in 100 million years, they would go apart. Both those plates are moving in the opposite direction. Okay, and that's the right order of magnitude. So that's the kind of stuff you can do with these problems, okay? So there are stories hidden behind all these problems. You just have to pay attention and learn to be aware of them, okay?